Simon, only our second home defeat this season against the Widnes side, chasing the playoffs as well. How damaging is that to the rest of our season?
Very damaging. We said in the week that this is a must-win. Look, you want to finish on your terms, on your own steam, and earn it on your own merit, don't you? And we've put ourselves in a position, and it's that through. Sometimes it's a better team. I thought Widnes were good, better than us in patches today, but but we've hurt ourselves and put ourselves in a spot where we are now. I think what were it, 28, 26 in the end. Started first 20 poor, 3 sloppy tries conceded just through not having the right level of intensity starting the game. Get back in it. Chat about half time was we'd start well the second half, and had we done that, put ourselves a good foot in the game, I think we'd have had a decent foundation to build on. But at 30 minutes in, when it ticked over to the final 10 minutes, we'd had 10 sets in possession. Nothing really. And again, bit of a copy and paste, so I do apologise if it comes off real boring, but it's kind of story of our season. The amount of individual errors, not like through overplay or trying to do anything overly fancy, just sloppy stuff. Not necessarily involved in turning the ball, like Pickers, the ball goes through, bounces. It was never going out, but he kept trying to give it that one more bounce, and we ended up giving the ball back the score after that. And just silly stuff that kept biting us, and that 2-point margin, that's probably one of, I don't know the exact numbers, 8 games we've lost by a margin of 10 or less. And if we win 50% of them and take out 50% of the bloopers we make in each game, we're definitely in a different spot, looking down and feeling a little bit happy about ourselves. But we've put ourselves in a position where we'll probably need to win every game remaining and hope someone else messes up. That's just how it is. You get what you deserve in the end. I've said that on many an occasion, and although it's hard to swallow, we just haven't been able to get out of the cycle of bloopers, I suppose, when it matters. And we've put ourselves in this spot, and it is what it is really. We have to just carry on and keep turning up, but I will keep showing up. We've got 4 weeks as a group as it stands together, what we can control, how we finish it and how we leave. And I don't want to sulk around for 4 weeks. I want to enjoy the 4 weeks I've got left coaching this team, and I'm sure the lads do as well. So we'll lick our wounds, and we just have to come back from the door.
What needs to change then? From, you say, a copy and paste with quite a lot of games this year, especially last week as well. Poor start again this week. What needs to change for these last 4 weeks?
It's not a physical thing, because they're a tough team. So the same prep we had prior to Fev was the same prep they had for this one. And Fev, the scoreline probably didn't suggest how deserving winners we were in that game. Batley, similar prep. Go and do a good job. I think it's just between the ears, to be honest, Mike. Mental toughness, mental resilience, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to call it. And also it's compounding as well. So I'll give a bit of rap to Keezy. I thought he was great today, coming back from such a long layoff and having quite a good hand in the game. Keezy might have been the difference in those. I don't think we spoke about that enough, and I've not tried to hide behind it as an excuse, because it is what it is. It happens to everyone. But what we missed Keezy for, 12 games maybe? 12 games, and say if we've lost 7 of them, I think we probably get that 50% I'm talking about if Kee's in them. That's how big a loss he's been to us, and that is a real shame. But yeah, as for everyone else, I think it is just a mental resilience and mental toughness, because the same prep in the week can get you the result against Featherstone. It's been tough between the years to be able to get the result the week after, which we did against Batley, and then being tough again and keep turning up and doing it. I think we just haven't had that. We just haven't had that this year, and I say the compounding effect is when you're losing them games and those mental scars of being in it and losing it, maybe they take a bit of an effect as well. I'm not 100% sure. I don't think, as a staff, I don't think we can give them any more than we can. We haven't got time to give them any more than we have been able to do. It just comes down to our reaction when things don't go our way, or the intent of start a game, certainly in games like today. It was similar to London last week, to be fair, as well. For 20 minutes we spoiled ourselves in that one, didn't we? So there's a whole host of things in there, Mike, but there's a lot that's within our control, a lot, and I don't want to make it, I'm certainly not absolving myself of blame, because it's my name above the door and all that, but the 17 blokes that go on the field, bar telling them where to carry every play, or going on catching for them, tackling for them, passing for them, all the little skill errors we come up with, short of that, there's nothing more we can do. We just have to keep pushing them, keep trying to be positive, keep reminding them of the quality they have got in that room, and hopefully a penny drops and we get a good end to the season.
A few players that didn't play today and haven't played for a few weeks. Is it time for them to come in maybe, or what's the plan?
Possibly, but what would you do? Sweeping change and then we lose, and then whose fault is it then? Do you know what I mean? It's a tough one. I think the lads kept the places this week after a disappointing loss last week, because if you watched the game, for 20 minutes it was poor, but 4 weeks leading up to that game, those lads had all been pretty solid. So give them another go of it, because I'm not going to judge them on 20 minutes out of 320 minutes or whatever it might be. But yeah, there needs to be change. It's really tough this week, to be fair. A couple of people unfortunate not to get selected this week, but you can only pick 17 regardless of how you do it, and there'll always be an opinion or a judgment on who's in and who's out regardless. But there's a few blokes that after that one today, I think it'd be hard to knock them away again.
We go to Whitehaven, one of the toughest away games of the season. What are your thoughts on that one? As I say, by and large this season, the games we've needed to win in the cup games, we have performed. Do you think it's time to get back into that kind of cup mindset?
No. I'm glad it's a tough one, because, well, why would you want an easy one? I don't know. I think the tougher the game generally brings the better out of us, more often than not. But listen, they're all good opposition. They're all dangerous. Our runs, Whitehaven away, Toulouse at home, Keighley Swinton to finish the year. Now, Keighley Swinton have both got plenty to play for, as of Whitehaven still. And Toulouse obviously trying to fight for the top of the table. And we've got plenty to play for, like personal pride. As I said, for my personal side of things, I don't want to leave on a whimper or on a fade out. I'm not happy with winning the 1895. We've had a few good years, had some great times, and I know I'm leaving it in good hands and in a good spot, but at the same time, it'd be a pretty dire way to go out. Be nice to go out smiling. So yeah, as I said at the start of this interview, we just need to control what we can, and that's the next few weeks. If some miracle happened and the results fell our way, which probably isn't out of the question considering how the league's been this year, that'd be great, wouldn't it? But as I said, you get what you deserve in the end, and we just haven't been good enough or mentally good enough for long enough.